So, Western perspectives on theories of education. Western education really focuses on the meaningful learning, active learning, and also creative learning. This theory of education really allows the learner to express their own thoughts and learn how or what fits best for them. It really allows the student to use their critical thinking and forces them to think outside the box. It also gives a student and the teacher a closer relationship, I think, because other than your typical learning style, like in today's world, it's kind of like the teacher tells the student how to learn, what to learn, right and wrong, where this learning is kind of like the teacher helps, but it's up to the student to learn and pick how they want to learn and pick how they want to perceive different ideas and material. Why Western perspective learning style is so important. This theory of learning allows the student to learn with what fits best for them. I think this is very important because, like I said in the previous slide, it's up to the learner to decide how they want to perceive stuff, and they have to almost try harder to learn something, not allowing the teacher just to kind of pick them up almost and carry them to the finish line. And how to learn something, they have to adjust and use their critical thinking skills to dissect and learn different material. It is very important that the teacher isn't too overpowering and that there isn't only one correct answer. This is important because in life, there isn't always one correct answer, and people have different feelings about different things. And I think this picture does a really good job at it because, the student is like the seed, and in this learning style, the teacher isn't overpowering and over controlling. They're just almost like the water to their seed, to the student's seed, and the seed has all the material to learn, but the teacher is there behind them, just giving them water and pushing them, and there for support and help, but the student's doing really all the core of the work, which I think is very important and will help them learn better and fit their best way for learning styles.
Education from a non-Western perspective can be incredibly valuable for a number of reasons. Here are a few key ways in which education from a non-Western perspective can be important. First, it encourages cultural diversity and appreciation. This helps understand traditions, customs, and languages. Similarly, it promotes critical thinking, which exposes students to alternative perspectives. In addition, it helps develop a sense of empathy. This lets students learn to understand others, which creates and promotes social unity and cooperation. It also challenges bias. This gives students the opportunity to break away from stereotypes embedding in traditional Western education. It also provides a more comprehensive understanding of global issues, including historical and cultural context to understand the issue. Overall, education from a non-Western perspective can help broaden students' understanding of the world, enhance critical thinking skills so students can think outside of the box more, create cultural awareness, and establish a more balanced education. Gaining this type of education will improve students' intelligence on the world around them and help the future generations and individuals create a more harmonious society.
Gandhi was a great thinker, philosopher, and leader who had a unique perspective on education. So, what did Gandhi teach us about education? Gandhi teaches us to always follow the path of nonviolence. Any problem can be resolved without violence. His quote portrays this value. Nonviolence is the greatest force at the disposal of mankind. It is mightier than the mightiest weapon of destruction devised by the ingenuity of man. Additionally, Gandhi teaches us to devote ourselves to the truth, as it is the only justification for a person's existence. Again, his quote portrays this value that he held. To find truth completely is to realize oneself and one's destiny, that is, to become perfect. Furthermore, Gandhi believed education is not just about acquiring knowledge, but it should also focus on developing character and building moral values. He believed that education should teach individuals to be self-reliant, compassionate, and responsible. Gandhi hoped to incorporate these values into education in order to focus not only on academic knowledge, but also on character development. Gandhi believed education should be accessible and should foster the values of truth, nonviolence, and social justice. This quote shows his values in education. By education, I mean an all-rounding drawing of the best in the child and man in body, mind, and spirit.
This is what Moguchi can teach us about education. My first point that I'd like to bring up is that he teaches us about creating value within ourselves. Quote, "What we can create, however, is value and value only. When we praise persons for their strength of character, we are really acknowledging their superior ability to create value." Education systems prioritize teaching students something that won't benefit them in the future, whether that's a Western side of history or the Pythagorean theorem in math. Students are in a cycle that cannot be broken. However, Moguchi teaches us that value is the ultimate purpose of human existence. When we create value for ourselves, we can do something in the future that can better our world and contribute to our world. Plus, you can live a happy life, which leads me to my next point. Moguchi positions the creation of value as the ultimate purpose of human existence, defining a happy life as one in which the capacity to discover and create value has been fully deployed. End quote. Moguchi also teaches us the importance of happiness, like I just said. When we create our value, we are doing that work within ourselves, which will make us happy in life. If education provided that type of learning, students would come out of high school, or any school for that matter, and be happy with what work they accomplished, and they'll be ready to take on the world. Moguchi's words can impact education. How? With what I've just said. Education would be a lot more fun and fulfilling, and it would make students a lot more happy. If we changed our education systems and adapted Moguchi's thinkings into it, our world would really be changed for the better. I hope someday we can really adapt his words into our education systems. He says himself, in the future, there will be a school system that puts the methods of value-creating education into practice.
So how can education in general make people global citizens? And first we have to define global citizens to understand this all. And there are many definitions, but I think it's someone who sees themselves as a part of a larger community, beyond, their immediate surroundings, and someone who can take responsibility for their actions and who makes a positive impact on the world. First, we'll start with Gandhi. He believed that promoting empathy and understanding in education, individuals really can learn to respect each other, respect each other's cultures, and engage actively in global issues. Moguchi, he emphasized the importance of really encouraging individuals to take action, and he was an advocate of the developmental of interpersonal skills and providing opportunities for active engagement, so individuals could become more effective global citizens. Ikeda believed that education could help individuals develop a deeper understanding, really, of global problems. He wanted to incorporate diverse educational strategies and perspectives as well, and learning from a variety of cultures all around the world and different traditions. And if so, individuals could really gain a more comprehensive understanding of global issues and definitely the need for global action. So some takeaways from this, clearly developing critical thinking skills, that's very key, and promoting empathy and understanding, that's a value that expressed by the three icons mentioned. Encourage active engagement, so key in part of becoming a global citizen, and definitely providing a deeper understanding of interconnected global problems. I mean, you got to know what you want to fight before you fight it. So now we'll move on to non-Western perspectives specifically. And with Gandhi, he really believed that education should prioritize holistic learning and to emphasize the interconnectedness of different subjects, so that individuals really could get a deeper appreciation for their responsibilities as a global citizen. Everyone has different responsibilities, and being a global citizen, it could mean doing one thing or doing 100 things, but everyone's got a responsibility. And Makaguchi, he really believed in the importance of once again community engagement, developing interpersonal skills, being social, working with others. And that's how you create change on a local and global level. And that should be true to everyone. Everyone should be able to work with other people, because in life you have to. You just can't live your life alone. Ikeda, he really believed that the non-Western educational perspectives can provide a much deeper understanding of one's place in the world, and the need for global action by everyone. By incorporating diverse strategies and educational perspectives that are diverse, learning from different cultures, different traditions, we could really gain a more comprehensive understanding of all global issues. And all that work is vital to create a solution for this. So takeaways from this, I mean, definitely emphasizing community engagement. That's something that's been mentioned often. Developing interpersonal skills, it's so key to be able to communicate with other people, because accomplishing something by yourself is nearly impossible. And when you have 2, 3, 4, et cetera, so many people with you, it's so much easier, especially for big issues like this. And then that leads into providing a deeper understanding really of one's place in the world, and the need of action by every citizen. Every citizen can do something. Even it doesn't matter how old you are and where you at geographically. Everyone can do something, and definitely non-Western perspectives can help.
To conclude, education is one of the most important roles in shaping our society and the new generation. While Western education focuses on meaningful learning, active learning, and also creative learning, non-Western perspective can broaden the students' understanding of the world, enhance their critical thinking skill, their creative culture awareness, and also establish a more balanced education. At the same time, non-Western teaching also values things such as non-violence, social justice, and value creating. These teaching can allow students to take action on problems and conflict around the world and become a more responsible global citizen. To conclude, it is important for students to learn both academic knowledge and also different values from both Western and non-Western culture. It is important to teach students to have a right mindset and values in order for them to become a better global citizen. We should create a space where people understand and respect others' culture and have a meaningful conversation within, promoting empathy and understanding and inspiring each other to take action on global issues.